Hello everyone and welcome to Hammerwatch. It is November the 28th and the Steam Autumn sale is currently going on, and Hammerwatch was one of the first flash sales. So I figured I'd put together this little video. I know there's a lot of videos already out there from people with the beta, and I'm sure some people with the full game, but maybe you haven't seen this yet. But this video is actually more geared towards convincing my friends that they should get this, because when it was on flash sale, nobody I know picked it up, which is a shame because you can see it's a multiplayer game and I totally wanted to play it with people. Yes, if history proves itself to repeat, God, that was an awful sentence. If history repeats itself, then we know that Hammerwatch is going to come back on one of the daily sales, as opposed to the flash sale. So essentially what this game is I guess the easiest way to explain it is it's pretty much the original arcade Gauntlet or Gauntlet 2, not that crap that came out afterwards on consoles, which was okay, but it wasn't really Gauntlet. This is more about, classic Gauntlet, running around killing a ridiculous amount of mobs. You can see there's quite a few on the screen already, and collecting treasure, finding secrets, leveling up your guys, that kind of thing. So we're gonna start off by actually taking a look at all the classes. I wish I could show you some multiplayer, because it definitely runs. I think you can have up to 4 people playing co-op. This is just your setup. You can set your difficulty as per usual. So the classes that we have here are Paladin, which is a melee class melee class character, I should say. I don't know what the abilities are because I haven't put too much time into each class, but I will show you each one. We'll start with the Paladin, but I'll show you there's also the Wizard, the Ranger, the Warlock, and we're back to the Paladin. So we'll start a new game with the Paladin, and we'll just take a quick look and see what it does. When you first start off, you get 1 ability out of 3, and then as you progress through the game, I assume that you unlock them as you continue on. So we'll start off with the Paladin. We'll see how he works out, and then we'll check out the other classes, and then I'll do a I don't know if I can say a quick run through, but we'll do a run through with the one that I prefer. But of course, when you get this, you definitely should go and play with the one that you prefer, because that's your copy of the game. And maybe if you pick it up, maybe we could play together. I have no idea. A little bit weird playing with strangers. You never know who you're gonna meet up with. I've tried it before. I pretty much don't do it anymore. So that's why I'm putting this together, so that I can convince all of my cheap-ass friends to go and buy this and stop buying Assassin's Creed. Alright. Small bridge broke behind you, but there is probably no way out. So essentially, this is the Paladin class. This is his attack. And we'll take a look at his first ability, which is dashing. Now you can see that at the bottom of the screen, you have 75 health. You have a mana bar that slowly regenerates. There are pickups. And if you press, no, not that button, if you press back on your controller, if you play with a controller, if you play with a keyboard, I believe it's tab, I can't remember. So yes, you don't need a controller to play this game. But yes, you can see that there is a total of gold. I have yet to figure out what it's for. I'm almost certain that there are shops in this game, and that's how you unlock the rest of your abilities. And because we are the fighter, we can just run up and kill those bats. So one of the things that if you use your triggers, so unfortunately if you do plan to play this on your keyboard, you're gonna have to figure out how to play it, but you can pivot, which helps with your aiming, especially with a melee class like this. You need that. You can also hold down your left trigger and you can strafe in one direction. Now you can't, at the beginning of the game at least, you can't move and attack at the same time. You see how I stop each time. That doesn't necessarily mean that you can't ever. I don't know. I would assume so, but you never know. Maybe there's something going on and someone has bing bonged me. Please ignore that sound. That was mine, not yours. And yeah, that's pretty much it until you get to I don't think I will be able to get far enough unless I want to do a lot of cuts, which I really don't, because editing I'm a kind of a ghetto video editor because I have yet to pick up a copy of Premiere, which I haven't used in years, but I know it's a lot easier to do what I normally do, which is I kind of do like old school editing in terms of you basically take raw film and you just splice it together, and definitely not the most sophisticated way of editing, but definitely what is currently legally at my disposal. I do not condone piracy and all that stuff, so even though I could easily get my hands on an editing software, I really don't want to go and do it the wrong way. So this is the Paladin class. We will go and switch over to another one. Let's go and take a look. Alright, so this is the Wizard class. The first thing you should notice is that the Paladin started with 75 health, 50 mana. If you look down below, you can see that the Wizard starts with 25 health and 75 mana. And this is your base attack. I don't know. No, you can't make it go longer. So he doesn't have the longest range attack. I believe the Ranger does, because it's called Ranger. Nah. But yes, this one is a little bit more advanced, I suppose, than the Paladin, but you do get the benefit of having ranged attacks, and you get to see some really cool lighting effects. So your first default, what do you call it, ability was that, basically a blowtorch out your face. And I'll see if I can use it on these mobs here. Let's attract a bunch, and so it's not so bad. It drains quite quickly, so you don't want to use it too much. And I'm sure that this is going to be one of the classes that gets really impressive as you level it up. But who knows? So later on in the game, you'll see that there are mana pickups in the form of blue items. They can be diamonds, there's a fountain, whole bunch of stuff like that. And so there are ways to boost it up. And I'm sure that if... I haven't seen a store yet, but I believe there's got to be a point to picking up all this gold other than just making me feel happy. Because as I think I said this in one of my previous videos, is just if you have a game where things drop gold, I'm just going to pick it up. It's just, I think it's just one of those things that is bred into every gamer. Your DNA is just coated with it. Shiny gold on the ground, go and pick it up. Even if you'll never use it, it doesn't matter. So this is the Wizard, and let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is the Ranger. You can see that his health and mana is a lot more balanced between the Paladin and the Wizard, and he's got some serious range with his arrows. Or is it a she? It might be a she. I can't tell if that's hair or shoulders. Maybe it's a ginger Ranger. I don't know. And I don't know, because I won't have a chance to test this out in multiplayer, if you can customize your guys to have their own look. Maybe you can choose your colors. I don't know, but if you could choose your colors, it would be very much like Gauntlet. And I like this character's ability, which is essentially dropping a bomb, which can be used in many situations, especially if you're getting really whooped by mobs, because you can see that the arrows don't do as much damage as the axe. I don't know if they do more or less than the Wizard's basic fireball attack, and we'll just use a bomb, and you can see it's good for clearing out mobs, but this class is very limited by the lack of splash damage, but the advantage, of course, is always going to be that range. You can hit stuff way on the other side of the map. And let's go and check out the final class. Alright, and here is the Warlock. The Warlock is another melee class, as you can see. I doubt he does as much damage as the Paladin. But you can see that he's got 100 health, 75, so he's much more, what do you say, fit? I guess you could say, not fit. He's got more vitality. I don't know, the word eludes me, the one that I'm looking for, and it's not any of the ones that I said. But yes, his special ability, well, when you first start out, is this electric ball charge thing, and it is really good for clearing out mobs. So This will definitely be great in multiplayer. Playing single player, I don't know. I think I lean more towards the ranged attacks. Yeah, you see, because I'm already taking damage. It's not cool. He doesn't do a lot of melee damage. So this seems to be more of an advanced class, but again, probably has major benefits when you level the crap out of them. And that is, of course, assuming that there are levels, but there are definitely locked abilities, and I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun to find those out. And yeah, managing mana is going to be a little bit tough with this character. So let's go out, and I think I'm going to go and do my initial run with the Ranger. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll run this for about 10 minutes or so. I set the difficulty to hard just to make it a little bit more interesting to watch, because the first level is quite easy. I'm sure it gets more ridiculous as you go on. Yeah, so the interface. So up above you can see that there are 3 different types of keys that you can collect. I assume they open a variety of chests and doors, because what else would keys be used for, right? Oh boy, those guys move fast. Shit. I'm trying not to take damage. And next to that you can see the Ankh. Is that how you pronounce it, or is it Ankh? I guess if you're American it's Ankh. But those are your lives, so you can die in single. It's not very much a roguelike. And I'm actually surprised that it's not a roguelike. Like, it seems that these kind of games, especially when being developed today, they almost always feature permadeath. But there are save points in the game, and you can definitely save your progress. It's not randomly generated. As you can see, the level layout is always the same. And I don't know what the actual level count is. I probably could have looked that up before I started this. But you know what? Do your own damn research. And I'm sure it's a lot. Just because it wouldn't be very cool of them to make only 10 levels. And the fandom, you can see there's a key up there. But I don't think we can get there. Not through here, at least. Apples give you health, so if you don't need it, your guy won't pick it up. And yeah. Oop. I think no. Is there something down here? Oh, just more of these things. I should probably use bombs on these crates. There's a stairway over there. Save point just below us. So this is a locked door, as you can. It doesn't look like a door, but I don't know if you can hear that. It gives you a little beep saying you can't go over there. There's someone over there who wants something that looks like a bird or maybe a duck. So this is your first experience with pressure plates. The game kind of gives you a nice intro to its game mechanics and what to expect. But it's actually not too far before you start finding out that there are things that you can look for and you'll get rewarded for, etc. I don't know if I can get to it in this run because I don't remember where it is, and chances are I'll run right past it, but there are all sorts of secrets. Magic door. Here's a door. You see, secrets already. So it's way back in the Dune days when you just find discolored walls, that kind of thing. Yeah. All right, so quaffing that potion, I don't know what that potion does. Again, probably something that you could look up. I'm sure there's a wiki out there. There's always a wiki out there for these kind of games, and it makes me wonder who just goes and figures all this out and puts the time into it. Because by the, well, this game has been out for a while, but I'm trying to think of an example where the game had just come out and there was a full wiki, and I would assume that it was created by the developers or by the beta community, but good on you guys for putting that all together. It's one of those interesting things that if you grew up in the age when I grew up with games, it was either buy a hint book or just figure it out. Like, there wasn't Game Facts. I was around when Game Facts was new and exciting. Oh shit. Excuse me. This is your first save point, and you can always load that from the main menu. But as I was saying, yeah, like it's very hard to resist, at least for me, looking things up. I don't like to get stuck too long. If you've seen my last Express videos, you can see that I get pretty I don't know, the more stuck I get, the quieter and more frustrated I get. And sometimes it's just like, you know what, forget it, I'm gonna look it up, because I have zero gamer pride. At least when actually that's not entirely true. There's just sometimes where I'm just like, okay, you know what, sometimes the game design is just way out there, and I'm not gonna sit around figuring it out. But at the same time, there's something to be said for not looking things up and just figuring them out for yourself. But when you're in the position where you're making videos like that, you definitely don't want to spend too long. Although part of my experiment with Last Express is to just blindly figure it out, which I'm sure makes it a very boring series, but I don't give a shit. How are we doing for time? We haven't gotten too far, and I didn't expect to get too far, but which kind of sucks, because I guess if I wanted to do a cut and just basically show you a later level, but so far on the hard difficulty it's not so bad. But again, we are on the oh, that is not what I intended to. Oh, that worked out quite well. Now, there's big giant money over here. We like big giant money. Now I definitely want to see if we can find a place where we can use it. That was not what I wanted, not where I wanted to use it. But we didn't need it. We didn't need it. Oh, what? Oh, oh, oh. What are these big giant maggots? They kind of remind me of the Protoss unit that lays scarabs. I forget what they're called. It's been a long time since I played StarCraft. And I'm talking the original StarCraft. I have not played StarCraft 2 yet. I know it's a big gamer faux pas. How dare I not play that game yet? But there's all sorts of other great distractions out there, and you know, gone are the days, like at the same time, gone are the days where you would have to either, fork out for a hint book and figure things out, or figure things out yourself. Gone are also the days where I had to be the first to play everything. Really, with my inability to manage not buying things, and my game library is so ridiculously huge. I kind of like the more near experiences, and this game fills a void that has been missing for quite a while. I mean, I grew up having a great time playing Gauntlet with my friends, and I remember laughing myself to tears for whatever reason, mostly because we in the Gauntlet games there was the death character who was unkillable, and we would often do our best to trap one of us. It didn't matter who. It was just, if you could trap someone in the map and just have death suck all the life out of him, for some reason that was extremely funny for us. Excuse me. I believe I'm getting a little bit sick because the temperature just keeps dropping and I'm not liking it whatsoever. Alright. Now, I can't remember where we saw that lady. I want to talk to her. She's somewhere. Oh, those are maggots. I thought it was, I think she's up here. Nope. Oh, I see a key, though. Now we came from here. Son of a bitch. I'm just wasting time now. Let's grab some of these apples. We could use it. Oh, come on. There you go. Grab another apple. Here come the king bats. And that's a reference to the Princess Bride book. A book you should read, especially if you like the movie. If you've never seen the movie, definitely go see the movie first. It'll save you some time, but I definitely love the book. The book was written first, before you guys be like, no, why would you? Would you? Not that anyone actually cares. And it was written by the same guy that wrote the screenplay, so that's why the movie was so good. Yeah, I'm not even talking about the game anymore. I haven't talked about the game in 100 million years. Now, I did want to point out a secret, but I believe I've walked past it. But for future reference, oh, it's right here. But I don't think he's there. You see this? See those flashing eyes in the wall? That is actually a secret. You can actually go in here and chase after the dude, whoever's in there. But that's something to always watch out for. Okay, this one didn't have a dude hiding in it. But that's definitely something to watch out for. There's all sorts of little tricks like that in this game. So I believe I have hit my self-imposed time limit. Maybe if I get a bunch of people to pick this up, we can actually record a full-on playthrough, multiplayer, make a lot of fun, figure out a way to get everyone all mic'd up and everything. But otherwise, be sure to check this out. I'm sure it will go up on the daily sales, if not flash sale again. And I believe it was marked to maybe $4. I can't even remember now, because there's been so many other things that I picked up in the meantime. But keep your eye out on Steam. It will go on sale. Other sites that are having sales are Green Man Gaming. I believe the Humble Bundle store is having some sales at the same time. Everyone is basically they basically just saw that Steam was having a sale, and they decided to all throw their own sales. So if there's something you're looking for, definitely check every available resource. A lot of these places sell Steam keys, like Green Man Gaming, and you can usually get things listed lower than what you might see on regular sale, because there's no guarantee that everything's going to be on flash sale. So that's my tip for managing this amazing holiday season. Happy Thanksgiving to all of my American friends, and try not to die in tomorrow's Black Friday sale, but I will leave you with that. Again, if you go and pick this up, let me know. Maybe we can arrange a game and have some fun with it. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Go ahead and check out my other videos. Half Minute Hero and The Last Express are continuing to go on, and maybe one day you'll see a Hammerwatch series. I don't know. But thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time. Cheers!